Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to work on a lead code problem for finding out the longest common prefix. In this particular problem, we have an array of strings and we are going to iterate through this particular array of strings and we're going to find out the longest common prefix. So we have two examples here, example 1 and example 2. In this example 1, we have flower, flow and flight as a elements of array strs, and the output for this particular problem, that is fl, is common across all the strings elements in this particular array. And the next example is we have a strs array, and here we have different strings which doesn't have any common prefix. So here we are going to return a empty string. So this was the problem statement, and let's move on to the solution. This particular string, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to find out the smallest string among all these three strings, and we're going to store that length in a variable called minimum length. Okay, so we're going to find out the smallest string length here. So that will be, in this particular case, it can be 4. Now, the next thing we are going to do is with this length, right? We're going to iterate the first letter and we're going to store it in some si variable f, and then we're going to compare these two first letters with this f. If they are equal to, we're going to add them, or if they are not, we're going to skip them. So similarly, we're going to do another, we're going to now again increment this minimum length, because we have to check for only for 4 lengths, right? So we are going to check this 3, fly and flow and flower. So likewise we're going to check and we're going to add them. So this was the solution, and let's move on to the coding part here for this particular problem. So here we are going to define a variable of minimum length to a float of infinite. Okay, then we're going to store, and we are going to create another variable to store our common prefix. So we are going to define it as empty string for now. Then we are going to find out the minimum length, that as we discussed. So we are going to find out the minimum length here. So that would be strs, and here, and this strs, we are going to do a minimum length equals to min of minimum length, comma, length of ri. Okay, so this will give us the minimum length. Now we are going to iterate this minimum length as our range, and we're going to keep a letter, that f we are going to store it here. So that would be strs of 0 comma 0 and I. So this 0 0 will give us the f, and 0 1 will give us the l, and likewise o and then w. And we're going to do another iteration with j in range, you can say range of 1, because we're going to iterate, we're going to compare these letters with our flow and flight, right? So we're going to do it with range of length of strs. Now we're going to check that this letter that we have is not equals to whatever the letter that we are getting, our current letter, that is strs of j comma I, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to return common prefix, common prefix. So we're going to return that. And so if it is not equal, we're going to return it, because we have to keep a track of our existing common prefix, right? So we're going to return that particular. Now, if it is equals, then we are going to add it to our common prefix. I am going to add our letter to the common prefix, right? At last, we are going to return the common prefix. So let's run this. Output is as expected. So let's submit this particular code. This is accepted. Fine. If you like the video, please support my channel and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.